Welcome back to the RC store. My name's Ammo. Check out what we've got on the desk today. This is the Arrma Typhon Grom. Now these things are exceptionally well. If you haven't seen our previous video on this, be sure to check it out. I'll put a link just up here in the corner. These things are so quick out the box. And if you've been going and watching our underground series, these are doing pretty well. They're really quick around the tracks, drag racing, etc. Exceptionally well. What a fantastic car. However, today we're going to put this to a bit of a test. We're going to take it to a place what it was intended for, but on a larger scale. That's right, we're taking this to the Super Track, which is a national BMX track. We're going to take it there. We're going to see if we can survive some of them jumps, and let's see how it gets on. I know I took the Mini-Max there. The Mini-Max did absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I know these little rigs hook up and there's so much fun on them large tracks. There's just so much room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the suspension a little bit. I'm going to stiffen it up just to give it a fair chance. And we're going to head over to the Super Track and let's see how this gets on. So without further ado, let's get into this. We're here on location with the Arrma Typhon 223S Grom. Now we have brought this out to the Super Track. Now the weather looks absolutely fantastic. Look at the horizon and check out the colour of that sky. It looks absolutely beautiful today. It's actually warm for a change. Right, today we're going to take this out on this Super Track and let's see how well this gets on. Now all my buggies have done exceptionally well here. I don't know how this is going to get on. Maybe it's a bit too small for here, but we're going to give it a blast. So without further ado, let's get into this. So coming in from the top, see how it goes. Nice, fair play. Bring it back round. Woo! Oh, a bit of a buckle. No issues though. All right, it's seeming to do well, to be fair. Oh, no way. Don't just bash, blast. Maybe I spoke too soon on that bit there, but it was doing so good. Okay, it's very smooth though, I'll give it that. Right, so it's taking these jumps perfectly fine. Bring it back around, get a bit of a closer shot. Yeah, no issues there. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Now this is obviously lighter than the Mojave Grom. So the Mojave Grom, I've noticed always chassis slaps. But this, a lot lighter and a lot lighter on this sort of track, to be fair. All right, next stage. So this stage here normally works well only with buggies. Anything bigger like a truggy, etc., these jumps are just too short and they literally fail. Let's see if the Typhon Grom can clear these. All right, so I'm going to spin her around here. There we go. Chassis slap, but still on its wheels. Nice. Oh yeah, it actually does well. Sort of lost it there. Bring it back. Right, let's go again. Spin it round at the top. Oh, nice, but a bit of a chassis slap and it's over. Now, what I did notice in that section, the throttle was on 50%. I thought it felt a bit slow on 3S. Right, we got a bigger section here. Throttle's on 100%. Let's see how we do. Right, it should absolutely go for it here, to be fair. This thing's an absolute weapon. Whoa! I did say it should absolutely go for it. Completely different with the throttle up. Look at it. Absolutely amazing. Going for the distance as well. Now we're going to drop it down this slope, take it around this berm, and launch off this end. So let's see how it does here. That's quick though. Oh, in for a backflip. I had to correct that. My apologies. That would have been a backflip out of it. All right, let's go again. It's going all the way around. Whoa, all over the place there. That was the gyro doing its thing. I think this has got strong capabilities of backflipping. Should we give it a go? Why not? Here we go. Yes! Backflip, landed on fours, and then it sort of bottomed out. Now that was incredible. I'm going to try it again. Backflip. Whoa, went for a double. Landed. Hell yeah. No way. This little thing's got it going on. Whoa. Landed. Right, that side of the jump is actually a lot rougher, so I'm going to bring it more towards my side. Oh, nice. Landed. Right, let's get into some serious action where you got the big boy jumps just here. Yes. Right, over on this section, ooh, a bit of a traction roll. Super air, and you can see that gyro kick in and it waves the car around like a plane. Now we've got a serious jump here. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to do it, but let's see. Backflip, well executed. No way. This thing has got to be the ultimate small scale RC car that you can physically buy. Hell yeah. That was twice in a row. It wasn't a fluke. Absolutely incredible. I did not expect that from the Typhon Grom. Wow. So moving down this course, coming back. Oh no, went for a backflip. Spoiler tapped the ground. Back, here we go. Whoa, flew through the air. On all fours still. Nice. Oh no. Hit the nose there, but still on fours, coming back. But are we okay? It's seeming to pull one way. Have we killed it? I don't know. It did hit the nose. Right, so we are all okay. As you can see, the gyro is still working, but the drive shaft has popped out. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the drive shaft has popped out and we're only running 3 wheels. Right, I had some tools in the car. The car's all fixed. As you can see, it's up on the other edge. What we're going to do is bring it round this berm and see if we can launch it through here and land over on the other side. Now, like I said, it was a quick fix. Took me literally like 30 seconds to do. So let's get into a bit more action with the Typhon Grom. So coming across that berm. Oh no! Still on fours though. Yes. Up on the other side. Oh no, just clip that back wheel. Right, over. I think I need to be a bit more gentle, to be fair. Absolutely giving this death today. Yes. Right, it's over. Right, I think there's only one thing left to do with this now, and that is to give it a full-on hoon. Chucking gravel at me everywhere. Whoa. This thing is quick. Definitely quicker than the Mojave. And it's definitely a better car if you're going to use it on this sort of surface, like a track. Granted, the Mojave is a great car and it looks absolutely fantastic, but when it comes to track, this thing is incredible. Now, I have lost a wheel, but I have found the nut. Thank God it landed in front of me. Wheel all back on. Yes. This thing hoons incredibly well. Look at that. Flick it on a dime. For a little buggy, it sure moves. And like I said, it's the only buggy that I've had of this scale or smaller that's actually capable of doing backflips. Woo! Absolutely incredible. Coming in for a high-speed pass. Whoa, look at that. Woo! That was close. like I said, this thing is absolutely fantastic. For the money, you can't go wrong. And like I said, these Groms are not even my cars. They actually belong to my daughter. And I think I enjoy them more than she does. She loves all the bigger rigs. Woo! This thing is incredible. Wow. This thing surprised me. I'm going to be completely honest. Before I decided to take this out to the super track, I was a bit apprehensive. As you guys may have seen, the Mojave Grom video at the super track, it didn't do too well, and that's the honest truth. It kept bottoming out. It just didn't perform. On flatland, it was absolutely crazy, where obviously the gravel was level. It then hooned like there was no tomorrow. It's just when it went to catch air, it was parachuting, or when it landed, it would chassis slap really, really hard. So being honest, the Mojave Grom ain't for the super track. However, this thing, a different kettle of fish. This thing was doing backflips. I believe I did a double backflip with this. Yeah, it's a Grom. And I wasn't expecting it to land a majority of them jumps, to be fair, but it did. The only failure that I got on this was, I believe it's this tire here. It's become unglued, as you can see there. Now, that's expected when you're doing backflips out of something like this, but I ain't gonna complain about that. I can re-glue that, not a problem. This thing really, really surprised me on the super track, and what a contender. Altogether, out of the Grom series, it's the fastest car, and it does the most epic stunts. Absolutely incredible. If you've enjoyed this content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.